With New York Comic Con 2023 right around the corner, it's that time of the year to take a look back at last year's exclusives and see how some of them are trending almost a full 12 months later. Here we go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So with New York Comic Con 2023 a mere few weeks away, it's the perfect time to talk about New York Comic Con 2022, and that's why we'll be doing a brief look back at some of the most hottest items that we got last year and see how they're doing in terms of value. And we're going to be starting off with one that I desperately had to have for my collection. It is a Star Wars pop, and it's a character who's been in the news quite a bit over the last few weeks, thanks to the Ahsoka series. And that pop, of course, is Anakin Skywalker, and this version of him was based on his appearance in Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Now, this pop was actually shared with Amazon. However, the con sticker is going for quite a bit these days, in the neighborhood of $155. When it first hit the market right out of the gate, it was trending for around $250, and it has come down about $100 in value. This shared sticker version sold for a peak of $90 and has come down quite a bit, but as I mentioned, thanks to all the hype from the Ahsoka series, I actually foresee both versions of this pop going up a little bit in the next few months. Now, even though Anakin was one of the more popular items, especially by Star Wars collectors, it was not the most popular one, as without a doubt, the exclusive that a lot of people were going for was the Luffy with Going Merry pop ride from One Piece. And this one, right out of the gate, had a huge spike in value, as it initially sold in the neighborhood of $480 when it first hit the market for the con sticker. Now, there were some issues with some stock at the actual Funko booth for this one, and unfortunately this also had a problem with the top piece being broken on some of these pop rides. A pop ride is not something typically that Funko will release as an exclusive to a big con, so this just made this pop an even more bigger deal. Now, the shared sticker was going for quite a bit out of the gate as well, selling for around $175. This pop was shared with Hot Topic, however, it was a pretty hot commodity at no matter what location you were around the country. Both versions of this pop have come down quite a bit, as the con sticker is only going for $180 today, with the shared sticker trending in the neighborhood of $105. Now, if you're an anime fan, then you're probably aware of the One Piece live action series that debuted recently over on Netflix. And from what I understand, it's being very well received by fans, and there's plans for several more seasons to come over the next few years with this show. So, with that being the case, and this pop already being a desired one, this could be another contender that we see go up in value over the next few years. So the next pop that we're going to be talking about is another anime exclusive coming from another anime that's very popular these days with Dragon Ball Z. And this pop was the Goku Ultra Instinct sign. And this one was selling for quite a bit right out of the gate, as it was initially trending for $350. However, not unlike most con pops these days, this one fell pretty hard in value, coming down to just above $100. It's now currently trending for $140 for the con sticker. And if you want to get the shared sticker, you're not going to have to shell out much more than retail these days, as it's only going for $21. Dragon Ball Z is very, very popular, like I mentioned, so this could be one down the road that goes back up a little bit. However, just based on recent sales and how this one is trending, I don't think it's going to do so. And the next exclusive that we're going to be focusing in on is yet another anime character. So hopefully I'm gaining some points here with our anime followers and subscribers. And this one is another version of Goku from what I've read. And this is the Goku Ultra Instinct with Kamehameha. Now, this one, like the other Goku that we were talking about, also sold for quite a bit out of the gate. However, this one is trending in another direction for what it's currently going for today. So initially when this first hit the market, it was going for in the neighborhood of $220. It came down a little bit, not as much as the other Goku, and the con sticker today is actually starting to trend upward a little bit, and it's currently standing at $165. Now, the shared sticker version you can get for a lot less, as that one is currently trending for $36. It seems like these Dragon Ball Z con pops are hit or miss, but it definitely seems like the anime collectors are going after this version of Goku rather than the other one. So now we're actually going to be talking about a fun exclusive that we actually recently picked up for our collection, and this one hits right in the heart as far as nostalgia. And this one, of course, is Steve from Blue's Clues with the handy dandy notebook. This was such a killer character to drop for an event like New York Comic Con, and I'm so excited that Funko went ahead and did this for last year's con. Now, the version of Steve with the con sticker has actually been trending upward once again, like the other pop that we were just talking about, and he's actually trending for $90 today if you want to get that specific con sticker. It was selling in the neighborhood of $65 to $70 right up until recently, so it seems like there's less of those con stickers on the market. If you just want to get the shared sticker version though, that one's going for $35, so a little bit above retail, but nothing that's too crazy. This pop in particular also pairs very well with that flocked Blue's Clues pop that they dropped as a Hot Topic exclusive, so you gotta have that to go with your Steve. And this one you could only get on the Funko shop, so you could only either buy this at the con or buy this online during Funko's drop during the week of the con. Next up, we have another piece that's very unique and very detailed, and it's a larger pop, and once again, Funko does not typically drop larger style Funko Pops as con exclusives, but they made an exception for this one, as this is the 5-headed dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm not a Yu-Gi-Oh! Collector or player of the card game or anything. However, I can definitely appreciate a magnificent pop when I see one. Not only did this have 5 separate heads on the dragon, all individually detailed and molded and everything, the color scheme on this pop is absolutely amazing. This was shared with GameStop, and I was lucky enough to see some of these in person during some of our GameStop hunts throughout the year, and this thing overall is just magnificent. Now, the con sticker version of this pop is trending today for $90, with the shared sticker coming in at $50. Now, I do attribute some of that value, associated with the cost to ship a pop like this, and I think that gets captured in some of these listings, because with this being a bigger pop, it does cost a little bit more to ship it, but nonetheless, the con sticker version is knocking right out of the door, or right on the door of Grail status, and it truly deserves to be, because this pop is really amazing. So now we're going to switch things up a little bit, and we're going to be talking about a limited piece that you could only get if you went to the Fright Night party that was a Friday night during New York Comic Con, and we were actually lucky enough to attend the event. Although the event wasn't that great, it was still really fun to interact with a lot of other collectors, meet some other content creators who were there. It was really overall a fantastic time. There was just some minor details about it that made it not too great. If you guys want to check out my experience from the Fright Night party, I did actually film a video, and I will link it above, so you guys can go check it out if you're curious to see what that event looked like. Now, there was several exclusive items that were given out to us who attended the event, but there was one item in particular that we got at the end of the event, and this was sort of the grand finale, huge prize that we were all waiting for throughout the performances and show and everything. And this, of course, was the Blacklight Freddy Fright Night 2 pop, and this one is super cool. I have it back here in my collection. Absolutely love it. It means so much to me, of course, because I actually got it at that Funko event. This one was limited to 1,700 pieces. When it first hit the market, it was going for around $380, and despite it being Blacklight, which is usually a popular variant amongst Funko collectors, it is a very unique Freddy. It has come down by about 25% in value since last year, as it's currently going for around $300 today. This is a unique one that I definitely see skyrocketing in value down the road, just because you couldn't buy it on a normal drop. You couldn't even buy it at the con. You could only have it gifted to you at the event if you were lucky enough to attend. So because of those factors, I definitely see this holding a lot of value down the road, but as it stands at the moment, it's only going for $300. And now there is actually one more Freddy Funko that I want to talk about from that event, and this Freddy was one that you got in your Fright Night exclusive box when we first walked into the event floor for the Fright Night event. And this one was the Trick or Treat Sam Freddy. And the reason I wanted to highlight this one is because it is one of the best Freddy molds that we got from last year's event. And I also want to compare it really quickly to some of the Freddys that we got for this past San Diego Comic-Con. But to get to the value really quick, this one was limited to 1,600 pieces because there were 1,600 tickets that were sold for the event and 1,600 boxes that were given given out, so that made sense. It was currently trending for $280, or initially trending for $280 when it first hit the market, and it's come down by quite a bit, as now it's currently trending for $165. But this Freddy, if you match it up really quick to some of the Freddys that we got for San Diego Comic-Con, they absolutely knocked it out of the park with the mold and the detailing for this one. This wasn't a simple Freddy head swap. They actually colored his face. They gave the crown a little different color. His eyes are completely different. He really does look like Sam from Trick or Treat, or as much as he possibly could in Freddy form. And I think they just did such a good job, and I'm kind of getting a little disappointed with Funko because I feel like they're starting to get a little bit lazy and losing some of their touch when it comes to Freddy Funko. I will be doing another Freddy video in the near future talking more about this subject, but I just wanted to highlight this one really quick because I feel like it's super undervalued, very underrated, and the detail is just incredible. But it's one of the ones we got in the box, and it currently stands at $165. So now we're going to be moving into talking about some of the sodas that were exclusive to last year's New York Comic-Con. Not only did we get regular size sodas, we also got some 3 liters, and we'll talk about those in just a second. The regular size soda that I want to highlight for today's video is the Blacklight Grape Ape soda. And this was the same mold as the original Ad Icons Grape Ape. Now this one was limited to 5,500 pieces. It did sell out on the Funko shop, and it did sell out at the event during New York Comic Con. However, there was a couple that showed up recently over this past weekend at the warehouse sale, so I'm guessing they forgot to sell a few of those. But nonetheless, the chase was just a simple blacklight color scheme swap. It's currently trending today for $75, and you can pick up the con for $15. Now, the one thing I wanted to highlight in particular with this soda chase is that this one has actually been going up quite a bit over the last few months. When it first hit the market, it was going for anywhere from $40 to $60, but since the beginning of this year, it's just been going up and been continuing to rise. So I'll be curious to see, with there not being as many chases with this one, the chase count for this is less than 1,000 on it being a 5,500 piece soda. I'm definitely curious to see where this blacklight chase is going to be headed for the next few years in value. And the last item that I want to highlight from last year's New York Comic Con is in fact a 3-liter soda. And to date, I actually think it's one of the best 3-liter sodas that Funko has come out with. And this is the Maleficent as the Dragon 3-liter soda. This one had an amazing chase. It's a diamond chase with the flames. And the chase is currently trending today for $120, with the common going for $36. And I wanted to highlight this specific 3-liter because this character with Maleficent as the dragon is a perfect choice for a larger 3-liter soda. One of the things that Funko has been doing with the 3-liter sodas now, for the most part, is they're just picking random characters, some of which that have already gotten smaller sodas, like Darth Vader, for example, as well as the upcoming Willy Wonka, that's going to be a 3-liter exclusive for this year's New York Comic Con. They're just larger versions of the smaller soda that's already been produced. I think 3-liter sodas should be bigger characters, larger characters, and then turn them into soda form like that. And the Maleficent as the Dragon soda not only looks fantastic, but it also complements the smaller version of Maleficent that they already made. So those two look great on a shelf together. If you happen to have both of them, it really makes an awesome Disney display. And it's really a shame that we're getting such a lazy 3-liter with the new Willy Wonka coming out for this year's New York Comic Con. They also dropped last year the Juggernaut for New York Comic Con, and once again, great Funko soda choice for a 3-liter, great character choice, because in the Marvel Universe, the Juggernaut is traditionally larger. So hopefully Funko steps it up in the future and continues to make 3-liter sodas like Maleficent and the Juggernaut soda. But guys, what did you think of all the stuff that we highlighted today from last year's New York Comic Con? I think overall we got some really good pieces, some of which some of you guys maybe forgot about. Now, I know there's going to be some people saying in the comments, oh, you missed this item or you didn't talk about this item. We've decided that we just wanted to highlight some of the hottest items from last year's con instead of making content and talking about every single one. Because for the most part, you can get a lot of these for around retail value, not very expensive. There weren't a lot of huge price fluctuations like there were with the characters we already discussed. And if you guys want to hear more about New York Comic Con, we'll definitely be doing some more videos in the near future, and we'll also be attending New York Comic Con this year, so make sure to subscribe if you want to see that content. So that's going to do it for us today. Remember guys, we do have Pop Fource One tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm sure we'll be talking about all the new upcoming New York Comic Con 2023 exclusives, so if you want to join us for that live stream, it's going to be over on Professor Josh's channel. So with that being said, don't stop shooting until you score, and we'll see you all very soon.